By now, there have been plenty of people that have had plenty to say about a lot when it comes to the Miami Hurricanes' loss to SMU and the thoughts and comments about Hurricanes quarterback Carson Beck. I've seen all types of comments from national media who just a few weeks ago were sucking the Miami Hurricanes off, talking about how amazing the Miami Hurricanes are or were. Had nothing but praise for the Hurricanes, bro. I mean, it is really wild watching how people flip flop in the blink of an eye. You'd swear that I don't know that they lost to Florida State by 14 at the beginning of the year, but I guess that gets forgotten because that's Alabama. And the fact that Alabama has won some games, all of them pretty much close, even against bad competition. Hey, we forget that Alabama only lost to FSU by 14. But, you know, after Miami beat FSU in Tallahassee, dominated for 3 quarters, goodness gracious, the Hurricanes were on top of the world. The people were saying how amazing they were. And now you lose a couple games. And look, I don't, I believe in accountability for sure. But listening to the stuff that some of these folks are saying, I haven't heard this yet. I was told about it. So I decided I'm going to watch it raw and I'm going to talk about it as it comes across. The title alone is Unc and Ocho call out Miami quarterback. They spelled Miami wrong. It's not Maimi, it's Miami. So do a spell check with your producers over there. I mean, you pay them enough that they should know how to spell Miami. Just saying, just a little advice. A little advice. And considering Ocho's from Miami, he should know how to spell it. But calling out my Miami quarterback Carson Beck for making millions and folding under pressure. Okay, did they actually watch the game? I doubt it. Like I sincerely doubt that they actually watched the game. If they watched it, they might find out that I don't know, the coaches might have folded under pressure. The coaches are the ones that got their sphincters get real tight. The coaches are the ones that call the plays that get run on the field that kind of were the same plays for about 80% of the game. But let's listen to what these guys got to say. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez. Show might hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all jumping on board. Let's talk about this and let's jump in. But before we start off, please be sure to check out Natalie Lopez for your criminal and family law needs. She's a criminal defense attorney and family law attorney sponsor of this show. Appreciate her partnering with Hurricanes Unfiltered and Come On Now, the podcast. Her link is in the description. So if you for all your criminal and family law needs, please go give Natalie Lopez a call. Again, link is in the description. Let's jump on in here and let's play this video. Let's share this with y'all. Let me find the video. Here we go. Let's jump in.
Ocho, your Canes
Oh
suffered a
man.
26-20 overtime loss to SMU, a defeat that significantly damages Miami ACC championship and college football playoff hope as the Hurricanes dropped their second ACC game in 3 weeks and fell to 6-2. 12 penalties for 96 yards, including an unsportsmanlike conduct call against defensive
I want to stop him right there because he just started off with 12 penalties for 96 yards. And let's continue.
defensive end Marquise Lightfoot on the final drive in regulation when he hit quarterback Kevin Jennings after the whistle
Yeah.
had blown for a Miami timeout. That penalty helped Miami get in the field goal range, and they kicked a 38-yard field goal to send the game in overtime.
All right, so now you've mentioned 12 penalties, 96 yards, a boneheaded play by Marquise Lightfoot, hitting the quarterback after the whistle blew, not just once, but I think 2 or 3 times. It definitely blew more than once. It's funny how I could hear it on television, but he couldn't hear it on the field, and the whistle was blown 10 feet from him. So microphones picked it up so that you could hear it on TV, but his ears didn't pick it up that he could hear it on the field. Got you. I understand. I got you. Yeah. All right. So this is what he starts off with. But the title of this video is let's see how bad we can insult and disrespect Carson Beck. Okay, gotcha.
Carson Beck threw an interception on the goal line in his first possession, and then SMU took the ball in from 1 yard out, and they won. Miami playoff chances dropped to 9%, according to ESPN's playoff predictor.
You already know that Ocho did not watch this game just by his reaction. He didn't watch this game. I can tell you right now. He didn't watch the game. I'm doing this raw. I have no idea. His reaction tells me he didn't watch the game.
Ocho, over the last 3-4 years, sir, Miami has always had games like this. They always lose a game that they should win, and they're favored. We've seen this from Coach Cristobal's team. And
it's happened twice in the last 3 games. Double-digit favorites in 2 of the last 3 games. When do you blame the boss? When do you blame the boss? Jesus Christ.
I don't know why. I don't know why. We saw this the other night. Who did they play? And he threw those, and Beck threw those 4 interceptions.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was, I think, Virginia. Was it Virginia?
It wasn't Virginia, moron. It was Louisville. Don't even know. I can't even take this shit seriously. Neither of these clowns watched the game. Shannon Sharpe doesn't even know who Miami played or who Miami lost to. It was Louisville, not Virginia. They don't even play Virginia. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. At least if you haven't watched the game, at least know what the hell you're talking about. But they don't.
Louisville.
Oh, they corrected themselves.
Louisville. That's what they played. Louisville. And I just don't get how every year this time, this is Miami year, this is Miami year, this is Miami year. And every year, somebody that's not even ranked.
You know what's funny? Also, for those of you in the chat that are.
Well, Louisville's now ranked 14th. So let's go there. Louisville's now ranked 14th, and they're 7-1. SMU is not ranked. That is correct. You know who Alabama lost to? Florida State. They're not ranked. They're not even 500. Are they even 500 right now? They might be 4-4.
Watching right now that haven't watched SMU play. Hey, them boys can play some ball. Them boys down there at SMU, despite not being ranked, they can play some ball. They're very good. Goddamn Jennings threw for 365 today. TJ Harden had only 9 for 27. My little nephew played for SMU, went to Miami Northwestern. Romello Brinson. He used to be down there at University of Miami. You know, he transferred. He's having a really good season for SMU as well. But I'm not sure what it is with Carson Beck when it comes to games where you should dominate as a quarterback, playing against what most would consider an inferior opponent. You got to come to the party. You got to show up. And I just talked to you.
The fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Come to the party. Call a game where the guy can throw the football to more than a swing pass.
About it the other day, when we talk about the Heisman Trophy candidates and how no quarterback is stepping up to the plate, where it seems like everybody's in one pot. One week they play good, one week they play bad. Everything just happens to be up and down and inconsistent all the way across the collegiate football when it comes to quarterback play. And I mean, this is the game Miami should have won. This is the game they should have won.
They should have. I like the kid from Ohio State. He's playing his ass off. You know, he's a transfer out of Alabama. Sailing.
Yeah.
Saying, not sailing. Just this guy doesn't watch any football at all. This dude doesn't watch any football at all. I mean, Ocho did talk about SMU. They got some players. He had Romello Brinson. He had 3 catches in this game. He didn't do much of anything. He didn't do much of anything in the game. Why did I do this to myself?
I think that's his name. Saying. The kid at Texas A&M, he's playing. Marcel Reed, he's playing well. Ty Simpson for Alabama. You know, Mendoza's going to be there because this team is 8-0. They're averaging damn near 50 points a game. But I agree with you. Carson Beck, 26 of 38, 274, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, He'll play great for a stretch, and you're like, oh man, okay, I see why Georgia won. I see why he's a 4 or 5 star going to University of Georgia. And then you're like, bro, what are you doing?
Not only that, now we're not basing off just your stats. Now we paying you $4-5 million in NIL money. Now we expect you to be goddamn mini Patrick Mahomes out there if you making that kind of making that kind of cheddar.
Call plays for him to do that. This guy's reading a stat box. Oh, Shannon Sharpe's reading a stat box. Did you know that 26 of 38, that 5 of those passes were dropped? I guarantee he doesn't. Did he know that the first interception was a drop ball that ended up costing him a touchdown? That if JoJo Trader catches it, potentially scores a touchdown on that play himself? I guarantee you he doesn't, because they're not saying it. These are football players. They should have more brains. He had 5 drop passes. If you told this man that he had 5 drop passes, I guarantee you, producers, do a better job. Teach these guys what actually tell these guys what actually happened before they talk about it, because they sound stupid. They sound stupid. I'm not going to disagree about the money. Yeah, they should all play great because they're getting paid boatloads of money. How do you talk? So let's see here. Tua Tagovailoa is making $55 million to play for the Dolphins. I would take Carson Beck to play for the Dolphins over Tua. I'm serious. I sure as hell would. He makes $55 million to play for the Dolphins and be terrible. Carson Beck was not terrible on Saturday. They have an anemic game plan where they run nothing but swing passes. Every time, like I've said before, every time they threw the ball 15, 20 yards, it was completed. Every time, except for the one that JoJo Trader dropped. Every single time it was completed. They run swing passes, bro. They run nothing. It's hard to be successful when you are running a bland, vanilla offense. You cannot blame the quarterback for the inadequacies of the coordinator and the head coach who coaches like he's afraid to lose. He's afraid to lose.
Especially at the collegiate level. Absolutely.
Listen,
you're absolutely right.
We judging you different. Now we expect you to get us over the hump. You are supposed to be the one to take us to the promised land, making that kind of money. It's different. It's different. And you got to you have to be the reason we win, not the reason for us losing. That's 2 weeks in a row now. Last week you threw 4. Today you threw 1. No, was it 1 or 2?
2.
You threw 2. Come on now.
2.
And then costly in the goddamn red zone.
You don't even know what the 2 were. If you knew what the 2 were, you'd know he only threw 1. You would know that he really only threw 1. You don't even know. And now you're saying he cost them the game? You just read off stats that say they had 12 penalties for 96 yards and a personal foul on the final possession that gave them a first down after a 4th and 8. And you're saying that the quarterback cost them the game. They dropped 5 passes. The quarterback cost them the game. Okay. I'm not sitting here comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. But when Patrick Mahomes throws a pick at the end of the game, have they ever said that Patrick Mahomes cost them the game? No, I've never heard anyone say. In the amount of years that Patrick Mahomes has played football, I've never heard anyone say that Patrick Mahomes cost the Chiefs the game. I didn't even hear them say that when they just got drummed by the Eagles last year in the Super Bowl. He stunk. I didn't hear anyone say that he cost them the game. I heard that the Eagles kicked their ass. The Eagles out-coached and outplayed them. That's how it was always reported. Not that Patrick Mahomes cost them the game. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be the difference maker, man.
Hard to be when they don't call plays.
We talk about college football. You used to be, man, that's just a kid. They don't get played like professionals. If you notice, the tenor and the tone have changed because now you do get played like.
No, it hasn't changed. People have been fucking dogging out college quarterbacks for my entire life. Are you crazy? They even man, Football players have been paid for years. They're just now legal and everyone knows how much it is. They weren't getting paid this amount of money, but they've been getting broken off for decades. They've been getting broken off for decades. It's just legal now. And you know the numbers. These players are making boatloads of bread before this stuff was legal. These guys are going to Alabama with duffel bags of money. Come on.
Yes.
Professionals. And we expect a certain level.
Maybe you should stop expecting a certain level because they still are college players. Or maybe you should stop paying them the type of money that you're paying them, since you're putting expectations on them as if they're professionals. I don't know of any professional NFL quarterback who's making $5 million. I don't know of any. There's not a backup in the NFL making $5 million. The backups are making over $10 million. The backups. There's no starting quarterback in the NFL making $5 million. They're making 20, 30, 40, 50, $60 million.
Presidents and universities, they treat them different. Bro, we paid you $50 million. We're paying this guy, we got another 10, 15, 20 million tied up in this roster. Oh, no. It ain't no more, oh, these are kids. Right. Oh, we going to take some time. No, it ain't going to take no time. You got to get this done. We've given you everything that you needed.
Except for a coach. This spot, I do agree with him. I do agree with this. You are getting paid money. Everyone knows how much you're getting paid. Yes, there are expectations. This is a job now. This isn't school. This is a job. So yeah, I do agree with him in that respect now. Oh no, there's no, you're all going to be criticized. That's why I've never had a problem criticizing college athletes. That's why the mentality of saying, oh, they're a bunch of kids. Oh, they're a bunch of kids. No, they're grown men. But they're still college football players, and a lot of them are not ever going to see. In fact, most of them will never see the NFL because they're not good enough. But at the same time, I do agree with the fact that, yeah, you're being paid like pros or like you're a professional in a sport. There are expectations. No, you don't get to get massaged anymore. You're going to get ripped. And I got no problem with people ripping him. See, that's the thing. I've got no problem with people ripping Carson Beck. You can rip away, but at least rip away with facts. Rip away with data. Rip away with actually having watched the game or games. Rip away with all of the information. They don't have the information because they're not watching. Neither of these guys watched this game. They're asking their producers who didn't watch the game, who literally just printed out an ESPN stat box. They have no idea what happened in the game. Notice he's reading off a paper. He has no freaking idea. None. Zero idea. And neither of these guys do.
That's just the way it is. Because I remember we used to talk about it, and I really hated talking college football because, coming from an NFL background, we critique differently than that's a grown man making a salary versus an 18, 19, 20-year-old kid that's not getting paid, but no more.
They were always getting paid, Shannon. You're lying. See, you're a liar right there. These guys at Alabama were always getting paid. You just didn't know how much. Does it matter if he's making $4 million or $400,000? Does it matter? No. They're still getting paid a boatload of money to play college football, for which they're going to college for free, which is what used to be the pay, was you get an education, being that 98% of these guys will never see the NFL. So having a college degree kind of matters, has a value to it. But they were still getting broke off big time money on the side. The big time players, they were all getting broke off huge. Huge. So don't sit here and act disingenuous. It doesn't matter if you're making $400,000 or $4 million. The same expectations would exist right now. You're getting paid money to play, and we know how much you're getting paid. You're getting paid a boatload of money, way more than the average person gets paid to do a job, and you're expected to perform.
No more. We see guys like Jeremiah Smith, and when he drop a pass, like, come on, bro, we can't have that.
Never heard anyone criticize Jeremiah Smith for dropping the pass. Get out of here. I've never heard anyone criticize Jeremiah Smith for dropping a pass saying, oh, no, we can't have that. People make mistakes. People drop passes. It happens. There were 5 of them in the Miami game that you're ripping Carson Beck for.
We see a guy like Ryan Williams at Alabama dropping passes, and they were, man, Ocho, you and Unc hard on him, bro. The man getting $2.5 million.
Yeah, things are different. You're judged different.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I judged you the same if you dropped that shit 20 years ago in college. Vinny Testaverde was one of the greatest quarterbacks ever in Miami. If not, I mean, he's still judged from 1986. He's still judged for blowing the fucking Fiesta Bowl. 5 interceptions in the Fiesta Bowl. He's still judged on that. People can say they don't. There's going to always be a certain sour taste in the mouth of individuals when you think about Vinny Testaverde, and remember that we lost a national championship game to Penn State when, number one, we walked out of military fatigues, arrogant as ever, walked out of the dinner, and then proceeded to play the worst possible game offensively from a quarterback that probably has ever been played in a national championship game over the last 40 years. Or one of the worst. The defense was dominant. Vinny Testaverde threw 5 picks. That is sour to this day for me, and I'm 47 years old. That happened when I was 9.
Based on
But he only 18. Well, he getting money like he's 28.
It don't matter. He's still only 18. Doesn't matter that he's getting money. He's still 18. It doesn't matter if Beck's getting money. He's still only 22. He's still not in the NFL. He's still maintaining a schedule that might actually be harder than the NFL. Yeah, I said it. These lazy fucking NFL players don't even practice half the week. These guys still have to go to school. They're pulling 45 different directions. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
When I tell you what, when that money hit direct deposit, it ain't got no age on it. It going straight into his account.
Now.
We have a different level of expectation.
That's trademarked. You can't say "come on now," Ocho. That's trademarked. I may have to send a cease and desist letter to you for that, because my podcast called "Come On Now." Yeah, you can't. Bro. Every time you say that, I'm gonna have to send you a bill, bro.
Expectation now with our college athletes after they've started getting paid, especially the ones that are getting paid. Now, we don't judge all of them like this, but the coaches we hold even higher because of the money that they're getting paid.
No, you didn't. You didn't say a word about Mario Cristobal because you didn't watch the fucking game. You didn't say a word about Mario Cristobal or Shannon Dawson because you didn't watch the game. You read a stat box.
Because they're upgrading the amenities, because they're doing everything. You know, you got red light sauna, and you got cryo, and you got these dip tanks, and you got the best of offense, defensive coordinator, D-line coach, linebacker coach, DB coach. You got the best of the best for a staff. You get the best. I mean, you got these guys. I mean, whatever you need. Protein shakes. I mean, as soon as you come out the field, they got protein shakes. You get this much protein, this much carbohydrate, this much fat, bro. So now, Ocho, we're.
Wait. They're drinking protein shakes when they come off the field? During a game? During practice? Wait. I hope he's talking about like after practice is over. Because if you're drinking a protein shake during a game or after practice, you're probably going to be vomiting that shit up.
We're looking at collegiate players differently. We're looking at collegiate teams differently because guys are getting paid. And there's so much money involved. So much. I mean, the payout, what was it? The payout probably going to be 70, 80, 90 million dollars per SEC team, per Big Ten team.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, go to the college football playoffs, and Ocho, this is paying your athletic budget for a year.
Let me tell you something. Now, you know what the payout is, 70, 80 million.
Again?
You understand?
5-4.
You understand what the budget is. Now, the fact that you don't want to put your hand in the pot, and see what we can do, as a coaching staff, it'd be like a president and VP.
Ocho, you know why I'm good at
Talk
things?
to me.
Because I know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm not. I try to stay.
You try to stay in your lane,
and I stay away from where I'm weak. No, no,
So,
no. I didn't try a whole lot of things because I don't do good with a learning curve. Oh, you doing good? Man, get out of here. I suck. You doing good? No, hell I don't. No, I
wait a
know what
minute. Whoa,
I know
whoa,
what I'm not doing
hey,
good.
you got to take that back now. Now you said you like to stay within your comfort zone. I'm gonna take it as that. You want to do things that you know you're gonna succeed at and be good at. But anything you put your
That I like doing
so
because what you like doing,
hold
I'm
on,
passionate about. You can tell what I'm
but you love
passionate about.
football. You love football.
I don't love.
All right, I don't care about the rest of this shit. They said what they had to say. I think they're a couple of. I think this is levels of clown shit that I can't even stomach. If you didn't watch the game, don't talk about the game. Like, you can't speak on this thing if you didn't watch it. You can't be going this hard on this dude if you didn't watch it. If you watched it, that's different. If you've now been brainwashed to feel a certain way about something because you've been brainwashed, if you watched it, you would know what the hell's going on. And Ocho Cinco, if you watched it, would have seen that JoJo Trader dropped a potential touchdown pass. And they would have seen that they dropped 5 passes. They would have seen that the game plan was horrible. How does Carson Beck control the line blocking for the run? How? How does Carson Beck control the plays that are called by Shannon Dawson or Mario or Alex Mirabal, whoever's calling these damn plays? How does he control that? He makes a great play down the field where he scrambles all around, and one of his offensive linemen get called for a penalty, illegal man downfield. That's his fault too. So one throw determined to these guys that he blew the game, that he choked the game away, that he lost the game. Whatever, bro. Can't take this shit seriously. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. I got nothing left. This silly crap. Y'all leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Did y'all watch this before this? Because this is just craziness. The man literally starts off with 12 penalties, 96 yards, and a 15-yard penalty, and says that the quarterback blew the game. Didn't watch. Didn't even know what the hell happened. Clear as day. I got nothing left. Like, subscribe, follow, hit that bell. Appreciate y'all. This is Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.